Glad to have you with us from Blacksburg, where night has fallen in these spectacular Virginia hills, creating the perfect night for football. The Terror Dome is alive. The Hokie Stone has been touched. The lunch pail is here, and the Hokies are ready to get this home opener underway. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tigers about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to run it to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights, and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. And oftentimes you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the Wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Soft spot in the middle.
Good pass,
He'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Hokies line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one.
Ain't played in a minute, so.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Just different teams. You know, I don't like playing the same team over and
It
over.
seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page, though.
I had Georgia. I gave Georgia the ball, though.
And he's got the first down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level,
It really
you
is,
just held your
dude.
breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Brown. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Really nice run there by the Tiger quarterback. And, you know, even the great passers like Trevor Lawrence, remember that great run he had in the postseason against Ohio State? That's a staple of the Tiger attack.
Yeah, that was a 50-plus yard run, and they needed it the most. And that's what you've seen. When the offense doesn't have answers to a lot of other things, they always got the running quarterback. And especially in those critical situations, you see it when they get in the red zone. It's going to be a big area on third down. When I need it, this QB can make things happen.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll try the left side. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. And it's incomplete on third down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. First down here for the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. A run for the quarterback. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. And the Hokies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. On the run, it's Tootin. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokies! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And Let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, let's recap that top 5 matchup that just went final moments ago. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
Off he goes. The 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
It's complete to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Virginia Tech, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point.
Running toward the tape. The 40. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. He now has 80 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Hokies have taken it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. Keeps the play going. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Groves. Pressure coming. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense just needs to get the quarterback down. They had a chance for a negative play there. They let him escape. Good news is, though, they were able to cover on the back end and force the incompletion.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Can anyone catch him? And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback checking off. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and
Yeah, he's that fast. He's a big boy, though.
Been a dominant first-half performance. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. Dances away to buy time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down.
He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have
I won one.
Possession lead at 17. Quick work
Tennessee.
on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49.
Nah, I ain't giving one. We didn't play long enough.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Keith. Not nearly as much as he
Yeah.
hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have that.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Drones. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Hokies will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. He gets a block. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Goes to the option. Now the toss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Georgia Tech pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those ramblin' wreck players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Power football with the run. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. He's up to 86 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
On the move at the 30. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 30. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hokies will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots. So you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for a block. It's Lane. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Quarterback will keep it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Running back with the carry. He's tackled at the 23-yard line. 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
15-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up
Number
big.
17.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. You're looking for anything, just something to go your way. Couldn't find it there. Still down by 24, guys. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, man, they've got a big lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Give to the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be knocked down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Drones. They're setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job on that.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The run to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Now on the option. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill. And the defense wasn't able to get it done.
The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 38, Virginia Tech 7.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Is it?
Back to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the right. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, you can go for it, bro.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback.
If you down like this in the fourth quarter, you can always go for it, no matter what.
Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
At the 45 on his way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Right back to the well. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Going up top on first down. Touchdown, Tigers!
I pass.
Is on.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week one, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride.
Yeah, that's why I hit the L1 button through that high pass. Yeah, you hold L1, that's a high
And with
pass.
the
Hit the
extra
button.
point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No, his target was X, but you got to hold L1 if you want to throw it high.
Duke has opened up a can right
Yeah,
now, and based on
and
what
keep
we've
it from
seen,
getting picked
I'm not
off.
sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21.
Yeah, that's like when you going, like if you trying to throw over the middle, you can't just hit the button and try to throw that dart. You got to hold that L1 high pass. They can't jump up and pick him.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field.
Sure, I ain't know either till Zeke told me.
That last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but just they stall on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Getting some heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Jennings. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Drones. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got the return. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Using his legs, it's Tootin. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Coming after him. Smashes through.
Ooh.
Got his man
Good
on the right.
pass,
He's
boy.
run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing but blitzing.
Such a great route runner and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup.
I'm trying to help you get him, really.
Release gets down the field. You see that's your play.
That's what you definitely gonna see coming.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off me, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and just spread me out, make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, it's Drones. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
It's still 3rd and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We'll get the interception. This one's almost over.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Klubnik. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Gain of 6. And that's good enough for a first down.
Good game, man.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. When you know you have a team outclassed, you build